So one of the first things I do in the morning when I come in is I check the markets and I look at the prices of each metal. And I'm looking at palladium. And I made a video yesterday talking about palladium, and a lot of my information came from a very reliable source. This is somebody who's been an economist watching the markets for 30 plus years. He's had a lot of correct calls over his career, more correct than incorrect. And he made a point about palladium that people are going to stop buying palladium and switch over to platinum because palladium is produced mostly in Russia. Well, with that, you have a lot of environmental, social governance issues where if you're buying Russian palladium, it almost kind of says that you support the war. Very similar to why a lot of companies pulled out of Russia when the war started. They just wanted to be on the right side of things socially. And so far, his theory is holding up. Palladium down another $51 today. And then the other thing is, I had a bunch of loose silver hanging around yesterday. And I ended up selling it. I'll do some business with a jeweler friend of mine. And silver is very, very bulky, so it builds up. I prefer to own my silver in 100-ounce bars or American Eagles, which have a really nice premium attached to them. And I sold this guy a bunch of 10-ounce silver bars and then various 1-ounce coins. And this is what I got for it. It's a few $1,000s. And I was talking to one of the reps here yesterday, and I'm sitting here looking at this money, and I said, you know what disappoints me about this is there's no chance now for the value of this to double. But if it was still sitting in silver, there's a chance that the price of that silver can double for 100 different reasons. Silver's past all-time highs, 50-something dollars. We're at a 20-something dollar price. The use cases for silver keep going up and up and up. They're using it more and more and more for industry and for building and so on and so forth. Just a lot of reasons that we can see the price of silver continuously rise. Once you convert it to this cash, you are guaranteed that the value of these dollars are going to continue to decline. So I went and turned that silver into cash. And the reason I know that I'm a metals bug, that I really enjoy the metals more, is because I feel better when my money is actually in those metals, whereas some people feel better when their money is in this cash. But this cash doesn't do anything for me when the price of that silver can continue and probably will continue to go up and up and up. Am I regretful? No, I guess it's always good to have some cash on hand. But if this is investment capital, this is for purposes 30 years from now. And I have absolutely no need for the cash because my bills are paid for. And obviously I have money to make sure that I can live on a day-to-day basis. I'm not talking about the money you survive on. Beyond that, the money that's invested for the long term, sitting in this cash is just about the worst thing that you can do. I can put it in the bank and make 4% on it, which is one of the highest yields that cash has ever offered, 4% on cash. And that's good. You should have a cash position while you wait for other asset prices that are very, very high and inflated to drop down. But if the silver wasn't so bulky and I had the storage for it, which is a big consideration for silver, you need storage. It's bulky, takes up a lot of space. I absolutely wouldn't have sold it. Maybe I could have traded it into a 100-ounce bar, compact it down a little bit to just one bar, and then turn around and store it away. But the cash is going nowhere in value and fast. It's going the opposite way on me, whereas the silver is going up. Big case for metals and perspective.